Hello, my lords and ladies. Welcome to episode 1 of the Elden Ring, the board game series. There's no rest for the weary as you're jumping into a new series right away after we just finished Chronicles of Drunagar. And we are going to cruise through all the Elden Rings miniatures. First off, I want to say thank you to all the YouTube members that just popped up. Thank you so much for all of your donations and time and hard-earned money that helps support this channel, because it does take a lot of work. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. But without further ado, this is real easy. We're starting off with an easy one. Let's go. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is obviously scrape off the minimal mold lines that they have on this. It's a bonus. And then I'm spray painting it all in white. Once you have done that, we're going to take 4 parts contrast medium to 1 part of Skeleton Horde, and we're going to put that all over the wolf. Again, if you need anything, check that description below for all full paint lists and everything I use. Alright, now your paint will probably still be wet, so we're just going to take some pure Skeleton Horde and we're going to work that into the top. So we put that contrast medium in the Skeleton Horde all over our wolf, but now we're going to do the top portions going down to the bottom portions, and I'm just doing like a stabbing motion. I'm just putting it in there, trying to get it everywhere, trying to get into the cracks and crevices, the recesses a little bit, and not trying to overdo it. And then I take my paintbrush, rinse it off, and kind of wet blend it in. And that'll dry very, very nicely. Next, on top of that Skeleton Horde, it can be dry, it can be still wet, it doesn't really matter. We're going to take some Darkoath Flesh, and we're just going to put that onto the top portions. So we're not going all the way down, we're just working on that top very part. And I got a little bit too much, so I'm going to try and suck some of that stuff out and then move it around to get it into the recesses and not have too much pool around. And to darken up our miniature just a little bit, we're going to take some Basilicanum Grey. Now that it was a lot in the front, so I'm going to draw from that little pool and spread it out even farther. Focusing on the top of the head, the top portion of our wolf, a little bit on the sides, but not much. We're just trying to make it look like it has a dark coat on top. Next, we're going to take some Nulin Oil. You can also use some Aggaros Dunes, and we're going to put that into the recesses of the orbitals and kind of into the ears. Now, the reason why we're using this is we're trying to blend that Basilicanum Grey with a little bit of that other fur there. So, again, you can use either or. It doesn't really matter. For our mouth, we're just going to get a little dollop of Volupus Pink and just put that in there, and that's all we're doing for that. We are then going to paint that little nose of ours, of the wolf, in Abaddon Black, or whatever black you got. And we're also going to use this into the eye sockets as well to darken up those orbitals. I'm also using this on the pad of the foot that is in the air, and a little bit between the feet as well. For the teeth, we're just going to go straight white. Nothing too crazy about that. I know it's really hard to see. It's kind of too bright, and I still have to mess with the lighting settings on my camera. Now we're going to highlight up a little bit some of these fur pieces. We're just going to use some Steel Legion Drab to start it off. Now this is a very minimal color, and we kind of want like a Brendel type look. So we're going to just go over certain areas, the tips of the ears and stuff, and pick out little bits of hair. Again, this is a very minimal color, so it's kind of hard to see, but it just adds a little bit of depth to our miniature. Next, we're going to use a little bit of Ulthuan Grey, and we're really just picking out some hairs here. Not going too crazy with it, but we are focusing on the top of our miniature and really just making everything look good. Now we're going to kind of blend some of that skeleton horde that we originally put on a little bit, so we're going to use some Morghast Bone. This just kind of gets all that white out of the way if there was any that didn't really get into that area or sit there. So we are just going to use some white onto that. We're going to use just a little bit of Screaming Skull onto the bottom portion of the fur. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It just creates that just tones of depth between the darkness, gradually decreasing to the brown to the very light color. We're also going to use this same color on the eyes that I'll show you here in a second. With the body of our wolf done, we're going to focus on the base of the miniature, and thankfully Steamforged Games was nice enough to give us pre-made bases. So we're going to use a little Gryph Charger Gray onto the stones. There's a big stone to the left of the wolf, one kind of in the middle, and then there's also one that his back right paw is sitting on that we're going to get here in a second. For the rest of the dirt, we're just going to use our basic Aggaros Dunes. Make it look like a dirt area that a wolf is standing on. You could use something else if you like, but this is kind of my go-to for like brownish dirt type bases. And your favorite part of painting the miniature, because it means you're done, is the rim of the base. And I'm going in Abaddon Black like I always do because, I don't know, it's what I do, you know what I mean? And that is it. That is how you paint all 6 of your wolves from Elden Ring. Easy one to start off. Let's ease into it. Let's not go crazy. Let's get these done. Got 6 miniatures painted. That really only took about an hour and a half. It's pretty quick. I want to say thank you to everyone who watches the channel, who tunes in. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you are a member, thank you so much for being a member. And all members do get early access to these videos, so you'll be getting a sneak peek before everybody else. Well, we'll have episode 2 out here pretty quick. Hope everybody's doing good. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Paint on.